Top story, Easley police have arrested two men who they say killed Stacy Childress the night they stormed into B. Pam's Food Mart in December. The shooting happened just a week and a half before Christmas, and tonight we know they are finally behind bars. Fox Carolina's Shale Ramin spoke to detectives on this case just a month ago.
And Shale, today it sounds like this is a huge day for not only these investigators, but the family who have been looking for justice since this happened.
Yeah, absolutely, Cody, it is. This is a case that detectives have worked countless hours on, a case that members have offered tip after tip, and it has finally led to closure. Police say that one of these men right here, Mr. Collins, you see, he's no stranger to B. Pam's Food Mart. Police say he actually robbed it 3 years ago. But what's up for debate right now is police are still investigating whether a third suspect was involved in this case. Escorted by police on the way to being locked up, here is 19-year-old Ty Christian Latson.
The fact that we actually finally are able to make an arrest and have two people who are hopefully going to be held to justice for this, there's a lot of closure there. But again, when I say closure, we're not done yet.
Head Detective Brandon Liner says the Easley community was shaken when 49-year-old Stacy Childress was shot in cold blood just doing her job inside of B. Pam's Food Mart.
When something like this happens in Easley, it does draw this community together. We received numerous tips. I mean, we had a lot of people wanting to help with this case.
Walking into the courtroom handcuffed, 19-year-old Quentin Collins went before a judge Wednesday. Police say both he and Latson are charged with murder for the December 14th night that Childress lost her life.
Toward the end of December, Mr. Latson was actually charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. That stolen vehicle is the suspect vehicle from this case.
Police say Ty Christian Latson has been behind bars at the Greenville County Detention Center since December for a different charge. Investigators say they found his stolen silver Subaru he drove that night of the shooting just 3 days later in Greer. Detective Liner says his partner in crime, Collins, has an extensive criminal background.
Extensive to the point, numerous armed robbery charges, numerous kidnapping charges. I'm just being honest, Mr. Quentin Collins should not be walking the streets right now.
And he won't be for a while. Easley police say he's in fact robbed B. Pam's Food Mart 3 years ago, stealing a cash register. Police say 3 years later, Stacy Childress fought back, firing her gun at the suspects, but it wasn't enough to defend her life.
This still is an active investigation, but it does help with that closure.
And Easley Police Department tells me they will be stepping up patrols around B. Pam's Food Mart since this shooting happened. And as you can imagine, during bond court today, her family was very upset. Fox Carolina's Kayla Conboy spoke to Stacy's family early today. She has more with this case.
It was mixed emotions for Stacy's mom as she sat in that courtroom today. She actually had to watch both of those suspects walk in one at a time. She says now all she wants is justice and answers. She wants to know why they shot her daughter in cold blood.
I thank God. I think it's peace with all of us to know that they're getting the ones that killed her, and they will pay for it.
Tears welling in her eyes, watching the two suspects walk in. Shirlene McEver has been praying for this moment for more than a month and a half. It's some closure, but she'll have to keep waiting for justice.
She told me that if she thought, if somebody come in on her that she was going to die, she was going to pull her gun. And I know when they come in shooting up in the air first, that scared her, no telling what went through her mind. But at least her death was quick. She didn't suffer. That's one thing I'm thankful for.
Stacy's family says she always carried her handgun and she was quick to react, just like that one December night when she fired off 2 rounds trying to protect herself.
It don't surprise me because the store had been robbed before, and I know one of the I think it's the gentleman that works there. He's an older guy. He had been robbed, I think it was a few months ago. And I remember my mama telling me about it. And I mean, I was always worried about her. And if I'd call her and she didn't answer, I'd try the store phone. And if she didn't answer then, I'd get in the car and drive up there.
So when her son Dalton Kirby heard someone robbed the store, he flew up there. It's a night the whole family will never forget.
I was praying the whole way up there that it wasn't so.
I didn't just lose my mama, I lost my best friend.
And his kids lost a grandmother. Stacy was killed just 2 weeks before Dalton's son was born. His daughter is still too young to understand.
She was looking forward to when her granddaughter got old enough to be able to take her kayaking, be able to take her fishing.
But they say all of that was shattered the moment police say these two pulled the trigger.
I'm still going to want to pick up the phone and call her. It still hurts to go over to her house.
Whenever they have a trial, I will be there at the trial to see that justice is served, and I hope they do not get out on bond. You should not get out on bond when you've murdered somebody in cold blood.
The family wants to make sure these two don't get away with just a slap on the wrist, especially since they've been here before. Police say they do believe that Collins in this case actually stole a cash register from this same store years ago. Dalton says he is proud of his mom if she fired those shots to defend herself, especially if they were targeting her. Reporting live in Easley, Kayla Conboy, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.